Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another unedited Marvel Legends action figure review. And today we're looking at the Spider-Man Brand New Day movies Spider-Man figure, which, to my surprise, I kind of feel like this figure didn't need to be made. This is one of the very few times where we have the same suit crossing over from one Spider-Man movie to the next. We have the Final Swing red and blue suit, and then we have this one, which is almost the same exact thing. You just have a different upper torso over there. Of course, a couple of web splats, and this is actually not my figure. This is going to be part of a giveaway this Thursday on Whatnot. So, hey, I hope to see you there over on Whatnot. You don't have to pay to be involved. I cover the shipping. All you have to do is follow me, sign up on Whatnot. You have to punch in info so we don't get people scamming, and then be there during the drawing. Plus, I'm selling a bunch of stuff. Auctions are starting at $8. So there's the side, and you can see the color blue. I want to get into the color blue on this figure because it's pretty important, but this blue is not matching that blue right over there, and that blue is not matching that blue right over there. So you can see Spidey right over here on the back, and the little read up over here says Spider-Man is back in action, keeping New York City safe. An anonymous hero and brilliant scientist, Peter Parker, creates technology to build his own suit, which is something I'm very happy to see Spider-Man responsible for his own suit. So there we go. That is the figure, all pristine and brand new, and there's my figure back there. And I liked the figure the first time. I like it this time. It's just not the color the figure was in the trailer or in any of the promo images. So notice the blue color on the suit as I have all these images popping up right over here. This blue color, I mean, maybe in the Amazing Fantasy 15 shout out, it kind of looks like that color, but still, it's just really dark lighting over there. So the color blue is a lot more accurate, actually, with the No Way Home Final Swing figure. More so than this one right over here. I like having a dark blue. I like having the different color. It's fun to have, but not completely necessary, as this is not really the most accurate depiction of Spider-Man for this movie. The head sculpt is the same. We're getting the same head sculpt. I do like the red on this newer figure, though. I like how it's more saturated red. This one does feel a little flat. The cobweb pattern's nicely painted, as we'd seen before, so I do like that. We also get a nice pearlescent shine on the lenses, like how we'd gotten with this one, but this one has a little bit more of a glossy black in the lenses compared to this, so I like that. That's pretty damn cool. The upper torso, as I had just mentioned, is the only new thing as far as sculpt goes. You can see the spider logo on the back is a bit different over here. It's fatter on the new one, has a little bit more detail in the sculpt of it too. And you can see the logo on the front has a different design as well. So the texturing, though, in between the cobweb lines does look pretty good. I think overall, though, this upper torso looks a little better than this one to me. I feel like this row of pattern right here of the cobweb lines, I felt like it was a little bit too much of a gap. Like we need another black line running through that. This one's not so big on the gap right there. I like the spacing between these cobweb lines on the chest more so than this one. Like overall, aside from the blue color, I actually do like this figure a bit more. I'm not going to go deep into the articulation because it's the exact same thing as this one for the most part. The drop down hips work out really well, so I like that. The crunching is more or less the same as what we'd gotten with this one, so not a lot to expect right over there. What they did change in the articulation, though, that I like is that this one just had the dumbbell joint right here. This one, we get the ball joint and hinge, which is my preference. I like that. That just makes it easier to pose. I feel like I'm able to get him into better poses, having him look all the way up like that. As far as this one goes, that's as far up as that one could look. So I definitely see this as an improvement. Makes me happy. If you want to pop on a little Peter head right on here, not tricky to do at all whatsoever. Looks just fine. So if you want to do that, you can. Just to give a thorough look at the whole figure over here, I do think the paint applications, especially with this cobweb pattern, look very clean. I do like how they came out. So it's a good looking figure, man. I just feel like the color blue is just straight up wrong. And no detail at the bottom of the feet or anything like that, except for those peg holes. Now you can see he does have one open hand over here and one thwipping hand right there. Well, we get an even pair of thwipping, oops, sorry about that, but we get an even pair of thwipping hands. We get the even set of fist hands. We also get an even set of the wide open hands. So everything's all nice and blurry and complete. And then we get these 2 web splats right here, which I thought we had seen before. I don't remember the previous versions having these little notches on them so you could clamp them onto something. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. I didn't know that that was there before on these. I thought these came with the PS5 Spider-Man figure. But yeah, that's neat. Get some web splats. It's kind of tricky to tell. But yeah, it has a little bit of a pearlescent sheen in the webbing too. So, you know, I get some webbing accessories right here, which I didn't find to be very useful for the figure as I'm playing with just the Spider-Man all on its own. But hey, cool to have some webbing, cool to have some accessories, you know what I mean? Not my favorite, but, you know, it's better than nothing. I would have been bummed out if it was just the hands. Getting an extra head would have been cool, though. So to measure out the Spidey, you could see it's at about 6 inches tall right there. And yeah, you could see the No Way Home and Brand New Day figures are pretty much exactly the same. I guess my ultimate preference really would be to have the red on the Brand New Day figure with the blue from the No Way Home figure. That would be the ultimate mix match. I may just get an extra one of these. I don't know. Just paint it a lighter blue. But I may not do that. I don't know. We'll see. I also have the latest Daredevil right over here. The Born Again Daredevil. He is supposed to not be in the movie, but I hella think he's going to be in the movie. I don't know. They're saying he's not going to be in the movie, but I hella think he's going to be in the movie. This is not the very latest Punisher. This is the second to most latest Punisher figure. I do have the latest one on the way, so expect a review probably next week. I won't be able to, I don't know, if I'm lucky and shipping gets here quick. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there that is. We have Frank Castle, and then I do have the Punisher, or I mean the Hulk figures, so stay tuned for that review when it gets posted, hopefully soon. We have a Hand Ninja right here. I want to compare it to Spidey. This is a comic figure. And I have the basic Spider-Man figure right over here, which definitely has a more vibrant colors for Brand New Day. This is a Brand New Day figure right there. And last but not least, we have his brother, the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So there you go, man. It's another Spider-Man figure. I could see how the toy company, or Hasbro anyway, must have been like, oh, what are we going to do? It's the same exact suit. What are we going to do? They probably sent them some images where it looked darker than it actually is. I don't know how they came to doing this one right here. I would have taken more photos if I felt like this was more accurate. It kind of took the wind out of my sails, like looking at this thing and thinking to myself, like, oh, he doesn't even really look like this in the movie. Like, but I still had fun with it. I'd taken some pictures of him with my Punisher van and, I posed him around Daredevil and Punisher over here a bit and got him into some fun poses, But yeah, as I'm playing with them, you could see some stress marks. Damn. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. I didn't really notice that till just right now. Yeah, you can see some like weird bright blue stress marks happening right around here in the torso and stuff. So that's not cool. So that's a gripe for sure. The blue color is probably my biggest gripe, but it's a fun figure. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I do want all the Spider-Mans. I may do a video talking about all the MCU Spider-Mans on the channel soon, so stay tuned for that if I end up doing it. Or I may not. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that. But yeah, this figure is not going to get a high ranking for me personally, even though I still kind of like it. It's an okay figure. It's an easy pass if you already have the No Way Home, but the articulation is a little bit better, and the darker blue does look cool to me. So for me, I'm going to give it I'm giving it a 6.9. And I can't give it a 7 because the color is just wrong with the blue. But I want to give it a higher score because it's still very fun to play with, and it has they changed the neck articulation to my preference. So that also makes me happy. But yeah, I'm giving him a 6.9. And I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. Stay tuned for more videos coming your way on this channel. And thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to. And I'll catch you later. Peace! Woo! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face.